last lesson I said we all know, and we must go from the knowing level to the awareness level. Only from that step of knowing level to the awareness level, you will be able to change. Okay? Then how many of us are consuming sugar, high sugar? I told my son today, he always complain that I never make the Milo that he likes, either the sugar or less or high or too much of Milo and all that. So today he was drinking and he says, Ma, how many spoons of milk did you put in today's Milo? I said 1.5. How many spoons of Milo did you put? I said 1.5. Then he said, how many spoons of sugar you put? I said, I didn't put sugar. Why? No sugar, he said. Then I said, it's not good to take sugar. He said, Ma, sugar is energy. Do you know that or not? He said, sugar is energy. I said, yeah, it gives you all the other energy booster, but not the real energy, So, how many of us are really consuming high sugar? Sugar is the cause of diabetes, rice is the cause of diabetes. So you must know whether you are consuming which sugar to take and which sugar not to take. You must. Okay, next. The first lesson on the physical domain, we talked about exercising. How many of us now? The first lesson, comeback assignment, we all did exercise. Not sometimes very, very vaguely, we still do exercise. Are you still doing exercise? How many of you all are still doing the exercise? So, make sure you exercise enough. If you don't exercise, you are violating this domain, physical domain. How many of us are drinking alcohol? How many of us are smoking? How many of us are feeding our senses with negativity? What is that? Negativity senses here is just that, someone is going for this night, pubs and, all this dancing and all, seeing all kind of movies and, all these kinds of things. Actually, you are feeding your negative senses, And how many of us are polluting our physical environment that is leading to more diseases and illnesses? Even sitting at a restaurant where a lot of people are smoking, or sitting in certain places there is a lot of pollution. This also leads to all this physical environment. It leads to diseases, illness without we knowing. We actually feeding all this to our physical domain. When we are doing all this to our physical domain, how can we go to the subtler level of the energy domain? Next. Okay, let's see the energy domain. Anger, anxiety, fatigue, depression can interfere with your awareness. As from knowing to awareness of intuitive signals and can pollute your interpretations. Violations of the energy cause us to lose energy and enable us to harness and focus our energies in a more positive way. Okay, I interviewed some of the kids down there now. I asked them, I asked them, do you all know what session is your parents attending? They said, yes, we know ParentCare. Some of them. Then I said, do you see any changes before and after? Some of them really readily got up and said, yeah, last time my mother used to get angry, now no, not very angry. Last time my mother speak very harshly, now my mother speaks sweetly. Last time the fathers used to whack me, now if they explain to us when you want something, they explain to us. Are you aware that what are the things that causes anger? Sometimes we react straight away. Instead of reacting, if from the knowing level you are going to react, if you are aware, you would be able to just talk to the little Susie within us and then respond to the situation rather than reacting. How many of us are aware of this? Are we aware of the negative content of our language? Straight away we say, shut up, you keep quiet, can I please off the TV, you go out and study. I know what I'm doing, you don't have to tell me. And the children also pick up all these languages. Are we aware of these languages? Are we aware of how many times in a day we use abusive words? I suppose not anyone here. Are we talking excessively? Talking too much? Talking unnecessarily? And when I was in Thailand, every class they start with meditation. Before they start with the class, they start with meditation. When you start with meditation, you go within. You sink within. When you sink within, you don't speak simply anything. You don't speak excessively. You don't gossip. So how many of us are aware that we are speaking or talking excessively? Are we indulging in gossip, meaningless and frivolous talk? Are we beaching, backbiting, or cursing? Someone did this. Are we cursing? Or are we forgetting? It is his, karma, let him do. Let not judge. How many of us just judge, and giving passing comments to all those things? Who are we to judge? And the day that when you want to sink within, stop judging. When you stop judging, you can sink within. Okay? And are we harnessing feeling of hatred, jealousy, envy, and pettiness? If you are doing all these things, you are violating your energy domain. Then how to go within the subtle level? Violation of mental domain. Our mind can be clouded by intrusive thoughts, emotions, or someone else's influence. In life, we always influence by people, but we have to be aware of ourselves, whether we are going to be influenced by other people or are we going to have our own stand. Mental stress can be a major component in blocking our intuitive wisdom. Conscious or unconscious fear also can block the intuitive process. Fear keeps you from beginning the process, relaxing fully and receiving intuitive knowledge. Fear is very, very bad. It distorts our interpretation and interrupts implementation of the results. Are we reacting and responding to the situations, all the situations? Straight away, are we reacting? Mental domain, it's all the mind. The mind, the monkey mind is the one. We are not led by our soul, but we are led by our monkey mind. But are we reacting or responding to the situations? Are we allowing external stimuli to influence us in a negative way? For example, stress, anxiety, fear. When you are stressful, when you are anxiety, you are depressed, do you think can you go within? Can you think of meditation? Can you understand your children? Your child comes there and says, Mommy, I've got this, or Daddy, this is the report card, or Daddy, my teacher said something to me. You're so stressed out. Can you understand your child? You cannot understand your child. How can you intuitively understand your child? If you are not violating this, before the child comes in, you will know what the child wants to say. You can read the child's mind. Have you all come across that, when we were young, okay, we are somewhere upstairs or somewhere in the room, and we know that the presence of our parents there, especially mothers there. And at a point of time, if your mother just walked out of the house, even to the neighbor's house, we know that our parents are not there, our mother was not there. Have you ever experienced that? Although we are not with her presence, but we can still feel that she is not there. That is intuitive. Okay? Then it's not violated love. Okay. Is the mind given a chance to rest and relax? How many times do we relax our mind? We just chat. If not, sit in front of the TV and let the TV, the idiot box there talk to us, and we just listen to them and we work our mind. Or we are listening to some music and let it work our mind. Even in sitting in the car, we listen to the news, listen to the music. Are we just quiet to ourselves? Relaxed? Have you got a time to just say that, okay, from this time to this time, I'm not going to talk. I'm not even going to write. I'm going to shut my mind. Violation of the intellect domain.